What's going on, guys? I'm here today to do a video about who I think the strongest anime character is. Alright, I obviously can't put in every fucking anime character, so I'm gonna narrow it down to a few who are the strongest, and then I'm gonna tell you which one's the strongest out of them based on my opinion and my rubric that I'm going on. Now, the following characters include Naruto, Ichigo, Luffy, Goku, Medaka from Medaka Box, Miharu Rokujo from Nabari no O, Edward Elric, and what's his name? Natsu from Fairy Tail. Alright. Okay, and Madara Uchiha. I know you're like, shit, you almost forgot Madara. Anyway, here's the rubric that I'm going based off of. A, durability. B, speed. And C, strength. Now, if I'm going solely based off that, there are a few things that rule that out. And one of them, there's only one character that rule all three of those things out. That's Miharu Rokujo. Simply for the pure fact that he can have any wish whatsoever he wants, granted, with no limitations. Granted, the bigger the wish, I think it takes more of a toll on his body, if I'm not mistaken. But he could basically just say, I want to be the strongest person in the world who can be killed by nothing. Bam. He's instantly immortal with the strongest possible body you can have. Alright. I'm going to start grading from the least to the strongest. The first one is Edward Elric. He is the weakest. He has strength because of his biomechanical arm, his alchemy, and his biomechanical leg. They can't really get tired. They do ache, but their mechanics, they really can't get too tired. And his speed, he's not all that fast. His strength, we've already went over. His durability, he's pretty durable, seeing as how he can lose one of each of his limbs and still be fine, which happens multiple times throughout the show. Your next character is Natsu. Natsu's had his ass beat left and right, and still can get back up and bring the heat. Because as soon as he gets some fire, he's back. He obviously can go as fast as fire, which is really not all that fast. So, his speed is not high. His strength, well, he's got the fucking power of fire. You can't argue his strength. On a scale of 1 to 10, though, compared to everybody else, his strength will probably be about a 6. Then you got his durability. Well, he's still an average human outside of, well, above average human outside of the ability to use fire. So he can't take as much damage as everybody else. Alright, the next character I want to look at is Ichigo Kurosaki. Excuse me if I said it wrong. Now, he has Bankai, Getsuga Tensho, and the final Getsuga Tensho. Those are his most notable moves. Now, and also he's in hollow form compared to everybody else, just to make him invisible. For the sake of the video, we're going to assume he has every power that he normally has, but he's not in hollow form, so he's not invisible, just to make it fair for everyone else. Alright. Here's the problem. He's got durability, he's got speed. Oh, he's got hell of a speed. And he's got the strength of his blade. He himself doesn't have nearly as much strength as most of the other anime characters, but he can hold his own as long as he's got his weapons. And he's in his hollow form. We're assuming he's got his hollow form, just he's able to be seen by everyone else. which he's still not on the level of Luffy and Naruto. Purely because Luffy can take such a beating and Naruto can heal himself. So that's his place. Third from the bottom. The next place, I know you're going to be like, what? Because Luffy's strong as fuck. Luffy. He falls into the next category. Alright. Luffy has durability off the charts. His speed in gear second is equivalent with anybody else's speed other than Goku's. And his strength, once he gets Haki, is pretty fucking strong. I would say equivalent too. But there's one thing that puts Naruto and Goku ahead of him. Naruto. Naruto has the ability to heal himself. And he has moves that could hurt Luffy. That's why Naruto goes above Luffy. Personally, I like One Piece and Luffy a whole lot better than I like Naruto and his anime, but I've got to tell you the real shit. The real shit is, in a long, drawn-out fight, Naruto would lose to Luffy. The problem being is that Luffy can't heal himself. And this is assuming that Luffy has some meat so he can continue going. But still, he's only got 2 pockets. That meat's gonna run out. And let me tell you something. There is a way that Luffy would beat Naruto. And Naruto's likely to do it. If Naruto goes Kyuubi mode, he would get his ass annihilated by Luffy. Now, the reason I say that is because he is too big. He simply cannot keep up with Luffy. No, but if he stays in chakra mode, he would smash Luffy. Because A, he heals himself. He's just as fast as Luffy. He would have to hit. Have to. There's no debating it. Some form of Rasengan that's past Rasen Shuriken. So it does that little thing where it's like 1,000 fucking needles run through your body. And that's the only way he would be able to hurt Luffy other than shurikens and knives. And then he would just have to fight the fight based on, hey, I landed a few cuts on Luffy. I'm going to have to wait till he bleeds out if he does. And he would have to actually land a stab, not just, you know, arm cuts like a motherfucker that's cuts himself or something. Now, I have all sympathy for them. It was just an example, sorry. But, next up is Goku. The reason Goku's on the top is not because he's fucking strong like everybody thinks. He does have the top strength out there. But his top strength is really only measurable against things that are good, because his main move is the Spirit Bomb. Everybody knows this. So it only works on people who are bad. It's not measurable against good people. Well, hold on. He's one up, my bad. Madara Uchiha. He's just fucking going ham when he turns into the Sage of the Sixth Path and all that in the manga, if you've read about it. If you haven't, there's a spoiler. I'm going to put a spoiler link in the beginning to let you guys know that about the spoilers and shit. But, Madara Uchiha is, he gets half of the 9 tails, and every other tailed beast turns into the fucking, turned into the Sage of the Sixth Path from what I understand. So basically he's got everything Naruto's got and more, so obviously he would go above Naruto. So that's where I get him. But he's still not on Goku's level. Now, the reason why he is not on Goku's level, because of one move, and one move simply, that is the move that makes a lot of people not be able to compete with Goku. Or otherwise, I believe Luffy would smash on Goku, in my opinion, because Goku can't really hurt Luffy. This is the only way I see him hurting Luffy. Alright. Blows up the fucking planet, and it's a transmission to another one. What can you do about that? No anime character can do anything about it. Except for Miharu Rokujo. Now, Goku's speed, top of the line compared with everybody else's. It's equivalent because, well, it's top of the line unless you count instant transmission. It will be equivalent. Instant transmission makes it a whole lot faster than everybody else. You got his strength. His strength far exceeds everyone else's, other than Madara, Uchiha's, and Madaka's. I know you're like, what the fuck, Madaka? But I'll explain in a minute. Now, durability. He can take some fucking hits because obviously he fights with people on the caliber of Saiyan. I mean, Frieza, Boo, all of them are just not just as strong, but pretty fucking close because half of them have put him on the line. He's died before, so I'm pretty sure they're on par with Saiyan pre-instant transmission, but he never really utilized his instant transmission the way he should have, or he could have did a whole lot more, which kind of sucks, but it also makes for a good anime, because if he just went around blowing up fucking planets and instant transmission to somewhere else, then the anime wouldn't have been that interesting. Now, in a real fight though, he would generally have all of his friends near him, so he wouldn't just fucking blow up the planet and teleport away. And if he didn't do that, Luffy would be above him. I believe Naruto would still be below him, though, because Naruto would still lose to Luffy without instant transmission. But Naruto could still beat Luffy, still. It's kind of like a triangle, like a combat triangle, if you will. Anyway, above Goku is Miharu Rokujo, simply because he has the power to get any wish that he wants, so he could immediately just wish anybody that was stronger than him would die, or something along those lines. It's literally anything. He could wish to be immediately stronger than everybody else, wish everybody around him. Anybody who had hostilities towards him would die. Anything. He could. His only downside is he is very apathetic, which means he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. So he is really not likely to do that or wish for something like that. But if he was in a dangerous situation, he could, and that's still the thing that makes him up towards the top. Other than that, he has no notable qualities of strength or anything like that. He's basically a girl. And not a strong girl, a weak pussy ass girl. And number one. Finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Madaka. Madaka from Madaka Box. And the English name for that, if you didn't know, a suggestion box. She's a student council president who implements the suggestion box and asks people if they have any problems to come to her and she'll fix them. But the reason she is the strongest anime character out there is simply for the pure fact that if she sees any move, then she can master it 110%. That is 10% better than anybody else. 110% better than anybody else. So that's better than anybody else can master that move. And the only way that you could catch her off guard is she's still a badass character prior to having that kind of power. So the only way you can catch her off guard is say fucking instant transmission right behind her and then fucking hit her with a Kamehameha or something. Then she would probably get hurt. But she took thousands of explosions, so I really don't think a Kamehameha would kill her right off the bat like that. But it is possible. So I'm saying she can be killed, but if you fuck up and let her see your moves, then you're fucked. And the way most anime fights are, they let each other see their moves. Unless they're like a bitchy character, and most of the ones listed aren't. So that's why Madaka from Madaka Box is ranked #1 on my list, the strongest anime character out to date. Sorry I didn't really get to do Gintama, or the main character from Gintama, or Reborn from Hitman Reborn. I haven't seen those two, so they might have made it higher on the list, but I doubt they would have matched above Goku. They're just not I doubt they're that strong. But anyway, that's number one's Madaka. Alright guys, see you. Peace out.